Hello everyone, my name is Mahira Sharfina Gumulya, and in today's video, I will be telling you all a short story about KEONG Mas. I hope you enjoy this video. Long time ago, there was a kingdom called Daha Kingdom. The kingdom was led by a wise king. His name was King Kertamarta. King Kertamarta has two beautiful princesses. His first princess was named Dewi Galuh, and the other princess was named Chandra Kirana. Chandra Kirana already has a fiance who is a crown prince in Kahuripan's kingdom. He was named Prince Inu. One day, Prince Inu visited Chandra Kirana in her kingdom. While Chandra Kirana, she was with her sister, Dewi Galuh. "Good morning, Dewi Galuh. Good morning, Chandra Kirana," said Prince Inu. Seeing the presence of Prince Inu, Dewi Galuh suddenly left, letting the both of them talk to each other. However, who knows that Dewi Galuh secretly holds jealousy in her heart? So it turns out Dewi Galuh has held jealousy in her heart from the easy life of Chandra Kirana. So she came up to a witch. She asked help from a witch, and she decided to curse Chandra Kirana. On the next day, Chandra Kirana was in her garden when suddenly Dewi Galuh and the witch came up to her. "I will curse you into becoming a snail," said the witch with a laugh. As Chandra Kirana changed into a snail, Dewi Galuh held up the snail and tell her, "This curse will disappear if you meet your fiancé. And before that happens, I get rid of you first and tell Dad that you have disappeared," said Dewi Galuh as she threw the snail into the river, the snail of her own sister. Meanwhile, Chandra Kirana has turned into a golden snail, a beautiful snail with a golden house in her back. She was going with the flow of the river, not knowing where she goes. Chandra Kirana was sad. She was confused of what she did so wrong that Dewi Galuh hated her for it. "I don't know where I'm going. Where is this river takes me? I feel so suffocated becoming this snail." She was going far away from the kingdom, far, far away, going with the flow of the river, when suddenly Chandra Kirana was found by an old grandma who was just looking for fish in the river. How lucky is she? The old grandma picks up Chandra Kirana and brought the little snail into her house. In the old grandma's house, Chandra Kirana was put into a vase. The next morning, the old grandma left her home to work in the fields, leaving Chandra Kirana alone inside the vase. Something that the old grandma doesn't know is that Chandra Kirana has turned into a human until noon. As she turned into a human, she decided to cook delicious food for the old grandma. The old grandma suddenly came home, seeing all the delicious foods. "Who cooked these foods for me? I live alone here." Not knowing who cooked the food, she still ate them nevertheless, and it was delicious. Same thing happened the next morning when the old grandma was looking for fish in the river. Chandra Kirana wakes up and became a human again until noon, and she cooked the same delicious foods and turned into a snail again. The old grandma came home, opening her door, seeing all the delicious food in the table again. She kept wondering who cooked these foods. She could never find out because she lives alone with the snail. So the next morning, she set up a plan. "If I were her, I would be confused as well. So she set up a plan to find out who was cooking all these delicious foods, who was preparing all these delicious foods. So the next morning, Chandrakirana was again cooking in the kitchen, preparing a dish for the sweetly old grandma. But the old grandma has set up a plan, whereas she will go home earlier to find out who was cooking all this delicious dish. So she came home, and when she came home, she saw this beautiful, beautiful girl who was cooking in her kitchen. "Who are you?" said the old grandma. "I'm Chandrakirana, Grandma. I was cursed into becoming a snail by my own sister, and you picked me up. So I am cooking you all this delicious dish just for you. I don't know when will this curse end, Granny. I want to go home. I want to go back to my kingdom. I want to go back to meet my fiancé, my family," said Chandrakirana. Hearing all the story from Chandrakirana, the grandma, of course, feels very sad as well. "Be patient, my child. May your prayer be answered. Just keep being patient," said the old grandma. While, on the other hand, in Daha Kingdom, Prince Inu was desperately looking for his fiancée. Where is she? She turned into a snail, but he doesn't know that. After millions of different ways trying to find Chandrakirana, Prince Inu suddenly thought about a very smart idea. He pretended to become the poor people living in the village of Daha Kingdom, and he tries as best as he can to communicate with all the other villages to find the missing princess, Chandrakirana. At one point, Prince Inu was thinking about giving up. As he was looking for a drink, he accidentally found a home of a grandma who was taking care of Chandrakirana. "Excuse me, can I have a glass of water? Who is this?" "Oh, a young man, come here, come here." As the old grandma brought the young man inside her house, Chandrakirana was cooking a dish. Prince Inu, only asking for a glass of water, was surprised when he saw his fiancée inside the house of the old grandma. "Princess Chandrakirana, what are you doing here? I've been looking for you everywhere." "Prince Inu, you're finally here." After seeing her fiancé, the curse of Chandrakirana into becoming a snail breaks away. Chandrakirana and Prince Inu decided to go back to the palace, bringing the granny along with them. Dewi Galuh, seeing the return of Chandrakirana, was surprised. How did Prince Inu find her and break the curse of becoming a snail? After Chandrakirana explained everything to the king and the queen of Daha Kingdom, Dewi Galuh was embarrassed. She decided to run away, far away from the palace, living by herself. And by that, the happy ending is now Chandrakirana's. Because Chandrakirana and Prince Inu decided that they still want to get married. And after that, they live happily ever after. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed that short story I tell you guys about. about KEONG mas or golden snail. That's all from me. I hope to see you guys next time.